Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's Mr. BK Farmer, and I'm back with another update on the Tropicana cookie and the sour diesel clones. And right now, we are in the middle of week 5 of the flower stage. And at this time, y'all, we done did everything that we had to do to get these girls ready for this stage. We done trained all the branches down so we could let all the bottom nodes get enough of that light. And we done defoliated, as you guys can see. A lot of the leaves was removed at the bottom. We done defoliated all the nodes that was down there that wasn't receiving enough light. But you can see that some nodes still was growing in. So what I'm gonna be doing right now is removing a lot of these nodes that you guys can see that's on these stems, because like I told you guys, I'm glad this happened because I wanna show you that these nodes is not gonna be as fully matured as the top of the canopy, as you guys can see, compared to what you see up here. You see how developed these buds are? Those little nodes down there would not be developed like that. So I'm gonna be removing all these little nodes. Like whenever I see them, I'm gonna just remove them because I don't want no popcorn nugs. So I'm gonna remove any of those little bud sites that I see. There's another bud site somewhere up here. You have another one right here. Gotta remove that one as well. There's a few of them. There's another one right here. I'm gonna remove that one. It's just anything that's coming along this stem down here that's not receiving enough light, I'm gonna be removing. Any of those bud sites that's trying to grow in. You have another one right here, if you guys can see it. I'm gonna remove that as well. And like I said, you don't have to remove these bud sites. This is just what I like to do when it comes down to defoliating and removing anything that's not receiving the same amount of light as the top part of the canopy. So this is just what I like to do because I don't want no popcorn nugs. But if you make anything like edibles and things like that, these little nugs could be useful because you can use anything. You can use these little nugs for, you know, your butter, your little hash or whatever you make. But me, I really don't make the edibles too much, and I have enough trim for the edibles. So I'm just gonna remove a lot of that bottom growth that's trying to grow in. And also, like I told you, it just takes energy from the plant. But other than that, I'm not gonna be doing much. I'm not gonna be doing any more major defoliation. So another thing I wanted to show you guys is the bottom of this canopy on the sour diesel plant. As you can see, there's a few leaves under here that's starting to turn yellow. And remember, like I told you guys, when you see this is just caused by a nitrogen deficiency. And when you're having a nitrogen deficiency, it usually starts at the bottom first. The leaves at the bottom starts to turn yellow, and then they start dying off. I can show you on this sour diesel right here. As you guys can see, there's a lot of leaves at the bottom that's in the dark. This is exactly what happens when you leave the leaves and they start to yellow out, and then they're gonna just curl up, and you're gonna see a bunch of dried up leaves. So to avoid that issue, I just like to clean everything up. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Just cleaning up all the leaves down here that's dying off, because I don't wanna run into no problems. And as you guys can see, a lot of those leaves come off nice and easy. So I'm gonna remove a lot of those dying leaves. I don't wanna cause no problems under here. As you guys can see, there's another one. So I'm just gonna remove a lot of those dying leaves because it's not helping anything. It's not gonna be able to grab the light from the top. A lot of them leaves at the bottom is just gonna be dying off. So I'm gonna clean up that bottom portion. And I'm also gonna do it to this side as well, because like I said, there's a lot of leaves under here that's dying out. And I could tell that a lot of the nutrients are starting to run out because a lot of the leaves are starting to turn yellow at the top as well. If you guys can see, there's a lot of the leaves at the top turning yellow. So I know that the nutrients is definitely running out in this pot. So I'm just gonna clean up all this stuff at the bottom. Anything that's turning yellow, I'm not gonna take none of the nice green leaves. Just gonna remove the dying leaves. That's about it. And there's all the dying leaves right here. But other than that, that's all I'm gonna be doing, y'all. I'm not gonna be doing anything else. And like I said, it's always gonna be some extra bud, little popcorn nugs trying to come in. I'm gonna remove that. Well, other than that, that's all I'm gonna be doing, y'all. There's another one right here. Gonna remove that. Now for the Tropicana cookie, it's not much under here. It's just a few nodes. But that's all I'm gonna be doing, y'all. Just removing some of these lower leaves that's dying off. You know, get a little bit more airflow under here. But I really don't have to put no effort into taking these off. They just fall right off. That's how I know they're starting to die. And that's about it, yeah. It's not much I'm gonna be taking off. But as you guys can see, everybody is nice and full in here. Like I said, it's not much to do anymore. We did all the training. The most I'm doing, like I said, is removing a few leaves that's blocking the bud sites. But other than that, these girls is looking good, y'all. Look how this top cola right here stacked up. Remember I told y'all I left 4 nodes on this branch right here because I knew it was all gonna connect together. And look, this one as well. This one had about 4 nodes on it. I let it connect. And as you can see, it connects all the way down there. Those gonna be some nice top colas right there. And like I said, this one right here is a Tropicana cookie. You can see it's bulking up nice. Everybody looking good. Look how them buds stacking, y'all. Everybody is looking good. I'm glad I left a lot of those nodes there though, because everybody started connecting. I was really hoping everybody connect like that. Even on this sour diesel, they starting to connect. I just want to let y'all see how good these girls is looking. Give you another shot on this one right here. This is the other sour diesel. Everybody is looking good, y'all. But like I said, I'm not really doing much to these girls. The only thing I'm doing is giving these girls some pH water. Remember, I pH that water to 6.5, and that's really about it. So another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was the light. Right now, I got my light sitting at 65%. I don't know if you guys can see it, but right now this light is sitting at about 65%. And I got this light about 16 inches above the canopy. I usually keep it about 18 inches above the canopy, but for this grow, I wanted to try 16 inches because on my last grow, I had a lot of fluffy, airy buds, and I noticed that the more light you give these buds, the more dense they get. Some strains are airy and fluffy, but most of the time when I grew this sour diesel, most of my harvest came out dense. So for this grow, I decided to move this light down 2 inches more. And like I said, this light is sitting at 65% right now. I would just want to show you guys. And probably week 7, I'll probably turn it up and give this girl the full amount of the light. But right now, the only thing I'm doing to these girls, y'all, is feeding them just plain pH water, pH to 6.5. Other than that, I'm not doing nothing to these girls. I just want to remove some leaves that's blocking some bud sites. But other than that, I just tuck some other leaves because I don't want to stress this girl too much. Right now, this is an important stage. I want this girl to just continue growing stress-free. And everybody is bulking up nice. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update. Remember, it's not much to talk about in week 5. You just want to keep these girls nice and healthy. And you want to make sure you keep those temps between 70 and 75. And when you get this deep into the flower stage, my humidity, I make sure to keep it between 50 and 55. As I get deeper into the flower stage, I knock that humidity down to about 40, 45 because you don't want to run into no issues. Remember, I told you, you're still run into mold, bud rot, if you let them temperatures get out of control. So stay tuned, y'all, for week 6 of the flower stage, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated on these girls. But these girls looking amazing, y'all. So just make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. It's Mr. BK Farmer.